Once upon a time, many years ago and in the old days, there was a time when soldiers and warriors fought with the sword on the battlefield. One day, a warrior went to the bazaar to buy himself a strong and sharp sword. The city bazaar was full of swords sold by sword maker. The soldier looked around to buy a strong steel sword. At that moment, he heard the voice of a salesman advertising his swords. The salesman said loudly, "I have a great sword, an Indian sword, the best sword in the whole world." The soldier asked, "I have never heard the name of the Indian sword." The salesman said, "You have to hold an Indian sword and fight with it to know what an Indian sword is." The soldier asked the salesman, "What is the difference between Indian sword and other swords?" The salesman said with a proud look, "Do you see the mountain in the distance?" The soldier said, "Did you bring the sword from there?" The salesman said, "No, warrior." The salesman turned the sword in the air and said, "If you hit that mountain with this sword, it will be cut in half from the middle." When the people around heard this, they turned away in fear. The soldier stood there without any reaction. The soldier said, "Well, we do not have mountains available here, but we can do something else. For example, what about that stone? Come and cut that stone in half with one blow." The salesman said, "I tell you it helps the mountain. You say hit that rock?" The soldier said, "There is no need for a mountain. If you can cut this stone in half with this sword, I will buy it for 5 times the price from you." The salesman said, "There is no choice. I will break this stone." He said this and picked up the sword with both hands above his head and struck the stone hard. But instead of stone, the sword split in two. The people standing there laughed out loud. The soldier asked, "Why did the sword split in two? Wasn't this the sword you said could cut the mountain in two?" The salesman said sadly, "There was nothing wrong with my sword. It was the stone's fault." The soldier said, "Why was it the fault of the stone?" The salesman kicked the stone and said, "Because this stone was more Indian." The point of the story is, if a person never wants to change his behavior and speech, even when it is clear to everyone that it is wrong, this story describes his condition. Thank you guys for watching. If you like it, subscribe to our channel. See you next time.